Okay, so now we're going to try to tie the bear. What we need for this, soda ash solution spray, some skewers, wooden skewers, we need a couple of those, sinew on a stick for pulling, scissors, and string. So first what you do is you're going to draw the bear. I cheat a little bit here because I was a little bit nervous. So, anyways, that's the way it is. Draw this mouth up there, like that. And a little bit of a nose. Do almost like an upside down heart almost. So in that there. Eyeball inside the ear. Okay, so first we'll start off with doing the mouth. Let's get a little bit of spray with a soda ash solution. I thought my mouths are too big or too small, but anyways, hopefully this one will be alright. So it's just a matter of practicing it. I've only done this one a few times myself. It's like probably my 9th bear I've done, so still working on it. So anyway, if I fan fold the two sides of the mouth, try and make them all into one kind of a row. Hopefully you saw what I did there. Fold up. Get a good position with the camera. Fold up the two at the same time with two hands. And kind of pull them apart, fold them away from each other. I hope you can understand that. Basically, you always want to end up with a line straight. Sometimes you have to pull, push, twist, whatever it takes to get that line straight. I'm just going to sinew that. I'll try to push it against the table and then pull it around to go under. That way it doesn't get caught on anything. If it's flat on the table, it kind of cuts under like that. Okay, good. That. It's a good tight pull. Okay, so there's the mouth done. Now, same thing. Kind of with the nose. Just fan fold it around. Try to get that line straight. Same thing. A few times around. We'll tug. Tight pull. Okay, so there's two fours. So far so good. Eyeball, push up from the bottom a little bit. Give a little bit of a pinch. Just like that. And we'll spin that around a couple times there. There's the three, and now we're going to do the inside of the ear. So basically for the inside of the ear is a little bit different. Just kind of pull it up from the middle. And then kind of fan fold it around the outside. Keeping that line, try to get that line all kind of straight as you go around. Pretty much that's about there. So the line, even though it's like kind of bumpy, it's all kind of in the same position anyways. This is the part that I don't always get perfect, but anyways, this really matters. The inside of the ear doesn't have to be, perfect. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. And that's really all it boils down to. Even if you think you're not going to be like good at the design, if you do it enough times, believe me, you get good at it. Okay, so there we got everything laid flat again, and you got the mouth, the nose, and the eyes, and the ear inside, right? So basically what we want to do is fan fold all around the outside. And I'm just going to really give it a little bit of a squirt with the soda ash solution, because it makes it kind of like starch. It's hard to describe a starchy. When you fold it, when it's a little bit damp, it'll stick together, right? So it's kind of good. Now from here on, it's just basically from both ends, fan fold along the line. Try to get that line straight as you go away. There's a couple points you want to be far enough away from the edge of the mouth to be able to come through clearly, and also around the ear. It's a little bit tight, so you really want to try to give yourself enough space. You know, don't make the gap between the inner ear and the outer ear too thin, because you'll have a really hard time coming around this bend. So basically, you just work the two sides of it with the two hands, and keep it straight as you go. And it doesn't, same thing, it doesn't have to be perfect anyway. So who has a perfectly round bare head? You know. Anyways, that's the way it is. Not always perfect, but practice and you get better. This video is going to be on YouTube. It's also going to be in the class, but if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link probably below. It'll take you to the classes, and we do classes live, interactive with the people all over the world, all at the same time doing the same pattern. So tomorrow night, everybody will be doing this in the class. It's kind of neat. Doesn't cost nothing, and people are getting pretty good to come to the classes. I have a little store attached to the school where people that are been through the classes already are starting to make a little bit of money in the class. So if you're thinking of it for a little business, have some marketing tips and stuff. Okay, so now we got basically more or less that line straight. I can straighten it out more in a little bit, but right now I'm going to put the skewer in. And basically, whenever I'm using a skewer, I always try to point kind of down and spin the skewer as you push. That way, less chance of it getting caught up in the material. If you just push it straight through, 100% of the time you're going to get this point is going to get caught up in one of those folds, and it's going to give you all kinds of headaches. So once it goes all the way through, depends how long it is. Because this is short enough, I could just break this in half. But if I needed, if it had to be longer, I could just get another skewer and put it on top of it and do the same thing. So then I got my string that comes handily out of the sky here, and I'm just going to wrap this around. Hope you can see that. The two ends of the skewer, and you can see the pointed one's on the bottom and the flat one on top, and just go around 3 or 4 times. Just give it a little bit of a tug, and then come over to the other side and do the same thing on the side. Basically, you just want to lightly squish the material between the two pieces of the stick to hold it where it wants to be. Okay, so now I got that there, I can come back. I can push and pull some of these lines around a bit to make that line a little bit straighter. That's not too bad. It's going to be good enough anyway for now. For this video, it's fine. I'm going to go underneath the whole thing. Oops. The whole thing a couple of times. To kind of hold everything in place. Okay, we'll leave the rest of that for now. Basically what I want to do with this is just kind of scrunch this up a little bit. Again, I'll give it a little bit of spray just to get that starchy effect that kind of makes it all kind of stick together. The scrunchy spot is the bear's face, and I just kind of squish and up at the same time, and I'll just come around with the string. Same thing, press it down against the table, swing it under a couple, 3 times, whatever it takes. Go at different angles, maybe go through there a little bit. And back, a little stretch. I'm going to hold the face pretty good for now. I'm so glad I'm doing these through YouTube now, because I used to do them on Facebook, and I can only do a little bit at a time because you can only take 3 or 4 minute videos. Facebook would reject them, and it sucks to do a video and find out, no, too long. So So anyways, this is what we're doing here, so maybe it works better. I'm just going to kind of stretch these out a little bit and try to get another little section here that I can tie up a bit. Same thing. I could put another skewer there if I wanted to, but I'm just going to tie it around because I know it'll hold good enough for now. So I got that tied a bit and come back and neaten up these a little bit more still. So that a little bit, part of that line wants to slide over there too much, but around the ear, so it's hard. Okay, so we'll leave that for now. So the rest of it I'm just going to do the same kind of a scrunch. I kind of hold my hand flat there and kind of pull everything out in a way. I separate my two sleeves. Some people fold them inside each other or whatever. You can do whatever you want. Whatever works. The same thing, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a spray of soda ash solution. Maybe check, make sure this thing's still going. And I'm just going to do a loose scrunch. Sometimes I'll spend more time and do a tighter scrunch, and sometimes I'll do other kinds of folds on the other side. I don't want to get too carried away for this video. I'll do a dyeing video later on tonight or tomorrow morning. It depends. That's how I feel after dinner. The same kind of thing. I just tie around and zigzag a little bit and kind of tighten up as you go. Sometimes I like to do this part when it's actually a little bit damper. Sometimes I'll fold the main heart or whatever design I have up here, and then I'll dip the rest back in the soda ash and spin it in the wash machine, and then do the scrunch part a little bit damp. It's all preference, eh? Whatever you do, you try everything. As I was trying to say, when there's two different crossroads, go both ways, check out different techniques and tips from whoever you're learning from, and put them into your whatever you have doing for yourself. Take the best of everybody around you that you can find and you can figure out how to do, and put it all together and come up with your own ideas and mixtures of your ideas and somebody else's ideas, and always works great. Okay, so there we have it, our bear face, the inside ear, eyes, nose, mouth. Come back later and we'll dye this all up. Anyways, okay, thanks a lot. Come back and dye that in a little while. Put both videos together and link them up on YouTube. Thanks. You guys are amazing.